This morning, the White House shifting strategy in Minnesota as the public uproar grows over the weekend killing of Alex Pretti. Some administration officials and allies telling NBC News President Trump is, quote, concerned about the future of immigration enforcement operations there. And that leadership shakeup on the ground with Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino now replaced by Border Czar Tom Homan, coming after bipartisan backlash to the response from Trump administration officials immediately following the shooting, including Bovino and DHS Secretary Kristi Noem on Saturday.
This looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement.
This individual went and impeded their law enforcement operations, attacked those officers.
Multiple videos from the shooting contradicting those accounts. Pretti, an ICU nurse, can be seen with only a cell phone in hand. And videos also appear to show an officer removing the gun Pretti had, which officials say he owned legally. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez asking yesterday if Trump is dissatisfied.
No, Mr. Homan is doing an exceptional job, and he has been working with Secretary Noem and President Trump over the course of the last year. Secretary Noem still has the utmost confidence and trust of the President of the United States.
As outrage grew on the ground in Minneapolis and among Democrats, some in Trump's own party also responding. Utah's John Curtis, one of more than a half dozen Republican senators, to call for a thorough investigation, writing, quote, I disagree with Secretary Noem's premature DHS response, which came before all the facts were known and weakened confidence. And Trump ally Senator Ted Cruz speaking out.
What I think the administration could do better is the tone with which they're describing this. That immediately when an incident like this happens, they come out guns blazing, that we took out a violent terrorist, hooray.
Garrett, Democrats also appear to be pushing for changes to ICE and DHS operations by going where the money is, targeting funding in Congress. What more do you know about that?
Yes, Savannah, the next deadline to fund the government or to partially shut it down comes this Friday. And in Congress, deadlines like that create opportunities for action. Democrats feel like they can't, in good conscience, keep funding the Department of Homeland Security amid all this violence and turmoil without forcing the agency to change its tactics. And recent polls have consistently shown voters souring on how these mass deportations are being conducted, which puts some wind in Democratic sails. All of it means we could be in for a major showdown on Capitol Hill ahead of that deadline this week. Savannah?
Garrett Haake on the North Lawn of the White House. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.